Welcome to the Tom Bernard Family Podcast with
co-host Catherine Brandt,
Alex Brandt Bernard Rasmussen,
Andy Brandt Bernard,
and Kristen Burt.
Kristen Burt's with us, everything. I got to mention one thing to kick it off because it was so sweet. I watch a lot of YouTube because you can get away from all the nasty takes on the far left and the far right. I mean, there's some weird stuff on there, don't get me wrong. But I like the stories that they pick out to show you. And here's an example why I watch YouTube. This little kid wakes up. He's like 6 years old, I think they said he was. He's a pretty big kid for a 6-year-old. But there was this box sitting on the table, and they said, well, yeah, this is a part of your birthday, I think. I don't know what's in there, but it's... So he opens it up, and there are all these dog toys in there. And they don't have a dog. So the great part of it, he's like, well, is this just for me to play with? I mean, did you get... It keeps going on.
Yes,
all of a sudden, his dad walks in with a dog, and the kid comes apart at the seams.
He's a little pug puppy.
A little pug puppy. Well,
Pug
yeah, that's right. You
puppies are
saw
real
the
cute.
thing.
They really are cute.
Oh, my
They look
God.
like little monkeys.
Yeah, they do.
This kid just fell apart. It was so sweet that he wanted a dog so much that he just couldn't handle it, that he finally got a dog. It was fantastic. See, that's the way I like to start my day, right there. Somebody being happy. What about that?
Yeah, I like cat content. That's why my algorithm is all
Yep.
cats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was watching something else. There was like a 3-year-old that was playing the violin.
Oh, my God.
And he obviously was, nervous, but he was very competent for a 3-year-old.
Andy,
I
could
can't
you find
even
it?
imagine. And then they showed him at 10, I think he was 10, doing a street performance. You know how they do those in Manhattan where they just...
Yeah.
Busking?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he is just flipping amazing at 10 years of age. I mean,
Yeah.
so very talented. And you could tell he just loved doing it because he was just so into the music. It was what I don't know, whatever. I was going to get his name and see how old he is and if he's some sort of world-renowned violinist, but I don't know.
Andy, could you
Because I
find...
wasn't paying that.
Could you find the 3-year-old that
There's
it's
a bunch of
worth
them,
watching.
apparently.
A lot of
Only
violin
3?
playing
No,
3-year-olds.
I would have to get more information to find
it's the
that.
same kid?
No, it's a bunch of different kids.
Oh.
I mean, if you give your kid a violin at 2 and you're taking violin lessons,
This
then
is
they're
your
gonna
life
be
now.
pretty competent at violin at 3.
Yep.
This kid was really good, though. He was about the size of Jude.
Yeah, it's a tiny
Judy.
A tiny little kid.
Before the show, we were talking about Glow, and I found it. We had Rebecca Johnson, who played Dawn on Glow. So we had one of the actors from Glow on.
Gotcha.
So,
Oh, there you go.
and if any of you care, this would have been episode 1414, which I actually don't think you can access right now, so never mind.
Why can't you access it?
It's one of those Before the Great Shift episodes that are unaccessible by anyone but me.
Great
Oh, I
shift.
see.
1414. Actually, I can find out because we have archive search on our website now. You can
Release the episode.
Yes.
Release.
Let's see.
God.
1414. Do we have that available? Oh, we do. Yeah, just go to our website, click on search archive, put in 1414. There it'll be. So there you go.
You
We
can
fell
listen
down the
to it.
rabbit hole in the pre-show, just so people know.
Yeah.
Yep.
that
Of
we
like, what happened?
went from who had the most podcasts ever, and Mark Maron's
Us.
name came up. And then we went to Mark Maron lost his partner in 2020 to leukemia, Lynn Shelton, who happened to be a director of Glow. And then Catherine was like, oh, yeah, Glow. And then we were talking about how Netflix canceled Glow kind of midstream because of the pandemic and their downward turn in the finances and all that.
Yep.
Yeah. That's how we got there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Indeed,
It was a
it's all true.
progression.
And we got there because we're coming up on episode 3,000. And we were like, how many podcasts out there have 3,000 episodes? And it turns out not many. There might be like 3 or 4 aside from ours.
Like I said.
Yeah, that's about right. Because it's a daily show, because it came out of radio, I suppose.
Yep.
Most podcasters don't come out of radio. They come from either being famous or something like that. Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, Kristen Burt, Entertainment News, brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabankco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. So...
Big weekend. It's a big weekend, between Olympics starts officially today.
Oh,
yeah.
That's right.
Yep, it's opening ceremony. I think you can watch 1 p.m. Central Time live if you want to see that live, or you can wait till the prime time.
Lindsey Vonn is out there skiing away.
Yeah,
She had a really good training run.
I guess so. Unbelievable.
I think, yeah, it's really incredible. I think she finished about, like, in the training run, obviously doesn't count toward competition, but 11th out of like 43, I think the pool was. So, and I'm sure she was holding back. I'm sure she was being gentle because she'll probably go full throttle during the actual competition, but that's amazing. That's why I'm not an elite athlete. I'd be like, I'm just going to be home on the couch
I'm
resting.
Oh yeah,
Taking it easy.
Charlie makes a good point. If we count each of the 2 and 3 part podcasts separately, we'd be at 5,000. So,
Oh my Lord!
5,000
See, we should get an
episodes.
award.
I mean,
You should
honestly,
call Guinness Book of World Records.
I mean, honestly, if we're like counting hours of
Yeah,
content
good.
put out, we might be number 1 because we've been at it
would
for a
assume.
long time, and we had 3 hours for a couple years, I think, and we did
Yes,
2
we
2 hours
did.
for a long time too.
Those were
Where did Joe Rogan land? Because he also does really
He's
long podcasts.
just before 3,000 as well.
Okay.
I think.
Yep.
Joe Rogan podcast. Yeah, I think he's like 2,000 something or other, but he doesn't do it every day, so there is that.
Yeah, he does
I
longer
thought he did.
episodes, and they're kind. No, he doesn't do them every day.
Not every
didn't
day.
know that.
Let's see what are we at right now? He's at 24:49, but they do average like 2.5 hours. So I don't know.
Yeah, they're long.
Oh,
Yes.
that's right. Yeah, his are longer.
Because they're all like
I understand
interviews
that
about
completely.
something specific.
Yeah, and I should shout out Charlie, actually, because I have been spending a whole lot of time after the show the past several weeks cleaning up all of our archives. So I had all the MP3s and stuff, but they were like disorganized and in bad shape, and I was missing a bunch of them, and Joe got me in contact with Charlie, and he's been furnishing missing episodes because he had some on DVDs from a long time back.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
So
Burning
he sent
on DVD.
He probably sent me
Wow.
a solid 20, 30 episodes that are missing, so that was a big help.
Nice.
See, this is why hard media is still important. Like,
Yeah.
instead
Yeah.
of just,
Yeah.
we all were so quick to switch to digital, but there are times when it's like, oh, yeah, I've got that DVD.
Yeah. Our big
That's-
problem was we switched hosts a bunch, and every time you switch hosts, inevitably some data is going to get corrupted or lost or whatever.
Yeah,
And we were
that's
just
probably
like,
true.
we didn't really think about it until recently, and then I looked at my archives and I was like, oh, there's a bunch of crap missing in here.
A bunch of crap.
But
Yep.
you got
He
it all
said he's a
fixed.
hoarder.
Data
Well,
hoarding.
he's a hoarder.
That's called an. That's
I'm a
called.
said.
They call
Yep.
that being an archivist. It's a much more.
Yeah, it's not a hoarder.
Yes, much
Yeah,
more
when we moved
positive
in-
word.
When we moved into this condo, it was furnished, which meant they left everything. Everything. So
Talk
I had
about
to call
hoarders.
1-800-GOT-JUNK. And this guy comes in, and I mean, they're just like lifting all this stuff, and they're taking it all out. And I said, oh, it's so gross. Ah, that's gross. Take that out. I said, is this the most you've ever taken out of a house? He's like, I do cat lady houses,
yeah.
hoarder houses.
Yeah.
This is nothing.
I'm sure.
Did you
I'm
find
like-
any money hidden anywhere?
Yeah,
No.
exciting
There was a
stuff.
whole bag of moldy, really high-end purses, like Todd's bags and beautiful bags. Moldy. I don't know why.
Yum.
I don't know how. I didn't ask questions. I just threw it out.
Like, bye.
I know.
I just want to say I'm a crazy cat lady, but my house is very clean.
Well, I think crazy means 5 or more cats.
Yeah.
I've got 2. I'd like
I
to
think
have
you're
3.
okay. I think
Yeah,
you're
I'm
okay under 5.
Well, we had
under 4.
We had 5 at one point, but we also had a
Well,
barn.
yeah, we had a barn.
So
That's
there was-
different.
Yeah.
Actually, how many
Yeah.
did we have? Did we have Booker, Babs, and BC all at the same time?
Yes.
So we had 3 in the barn then, and then we had
Well, you
Wheezy,
need- yeah.
Munchie, and Meeps in the house. So we had 6.
Meep.
6 cats.
Yeah, but you
Meeps.
have to have a cat in the barn. You have to have several cats in the
Yes.
barn.
Oh God, yes.
Yep. See,
I also am a minimalist when it comes to decor. I do not like a lot of stuff in the house. I sell stuff all the time. I'm like, I don't want this anymore, and I'll sell it on Poshmark. Out it goes.
Yeah.
Really?
All the
I
time.
understand that.
now, Dave,
Yeah,
I've
thing
seen
to
some doozy garbage houses. I'm sure you have.
Oh yes, I bet.
Domestic calls and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Why would you be called into a garbage house as a cop? Did they,
Domestics, I bet. A lot of them.
Ish.
How do you even have room to fight? I mean,
Welfare.
crap
Well,
everywhere.
probably welfare checks too. Probably welfare
checks, yeah, probably
Lot
be a
of
big
that.
one.
oh,
Yeah.
welfare
Yeah.
checks. Oh.
Or like
Think
a neighbor.
about it. Like emergency services, all of your like plumbers, electricians, they have seen it
Yeah.
all.
Oh God. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, and then there's always
Oh.
that call that, hey, I've this my neighbor's house is starting to smell strange. Can you guys come check on it? And
Yeah.
There they are.
Yeah, it's what Dave just said. They die. Welfare checks. That
Yep.
must be really terrible to walk into.
Why do you guys always bring up my childhood? Why do you do that to me?
People
Hoarding?
Because I now
dying in a
remember-
hoarding house? What?
No, but when I was about 8, maybe 9 years old, this ambulance rolled up, and then a fire truck rolled up, and then a couple of cop cars rolled up, and about 3 houses down from my house, they found all 4 people in the house dead.
Ew.
Carbon
That was
monoxide?
something. No, they were all murdered.
Oh.
They were all murdered, and they had been there for a while, from what I understand. And I don't know what tipped them off that it was time to go check the house out, but
The smell?
It often is, yes.
probably the smell. That might be it.
Oh, yeah,
It's
if you
wafting in
give
the
it
air.
enough time, people walking by the house can smell it.
Yeah, that's probably true.
God,
Yep.
that's
But the
got to
guy-
be something else.
That's
guy
when you just
killed-
have to burn the whole house down, too.
Literally,
It's like,
yeah.
ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
Agree.
even know.
Yeah.
Just burn it.
Yeah, apparently the dad killed the mother and the 2 kids and then himself. That's how it all worked out in the end.
Murder-suicide is scary.
Yeah.
It certainly is, but what the hell? These people are far crazier than they were back then, so it kind of scares me a little bit. People are really nuts right now, and I don't know. I hope they don't start killing each other again. That'd be good.
No? No, and will they find Savannah Guthrie's mother? Like that
Yeah, what is that
story
all about?
is so weird.
What is it?
I don't know. I almost feel like that the whole case has been totally messed up. Like I
Yeah.
feel like the Tucson investigators, I feel like they didn't secure the property because the press, the media was going up to and taking photos of like blood droplets, and then the next day they're like, oh, we need to look at the garage, and then they finally roped off the property, and I'm thinking, isn't that already a compromised scene? I mean, I'm only going off of like Law and Order, but I would think.
Maybe a lot of times it's an old person.
Yeah.
They wandered away.
Yep, they
have
wander.
dementia. They're, it's probably that, and they don't try real hard. I guess they don't even give you an autopsy if you die after a certain age. They're just like, they're old, they died.
Well, yeah,
Don't
I
care
mean-
why they died.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah, because they're
Yeah.
like, what? It's just, they're old.
Yeah. Well, I mean, autopsies are usually to rule out foul play or poisoning
Yeah.
or like that sort of thing. But it's like, if someone
Right.
dies when they're 95, does it really matter?
Yeah. Like,
Well, I mean, the woman had a pacemaker, so if she's not getting her medications and everything else, we're probably going to know
yeah.
what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think the other thing is that there were a couple of ransom notes out there. One turned out to be completely false. They've already arrested that person. But there seems to be one other ransom note that they're somewhat taking credibly. But a deadline, there was a deadline at 5 p.m. yesterday. That was Arizona time. They're on Mountain Time right now, I believe. And it passed, and they've seen no proof of life. So is that a legit ransom note? And the only address that they have for them is a crypto address.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you can't really hold someone for ransom without proof that you have the person because there's no
Right.
incentive to pay then.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably
And-
true.
Now investigators, I'm sure investigators know more than what they're saying, but right now they're saying that there is no suspect. I mean, there has been some fingers pointed, of course, at the son-in-law, who was the last person to see her alive. He dropped her off at her house 9:45 p.m. on Saturday night, and she went in by herself through the garage, and the timeline has her shutting the garage door, and then you get into the Ring doorbell was taken down at like 1:45 in the morning.
Oh.
But she didn't have a subscription, so they don't even have
The saved video.
actual video. So she
Yep.
had the camera, but not the ability to have an archive of that. And I was like, oh, geez.
That's not useful then, yeah.
It's not useful to anyone.
Oh, that stuff is all so sad. It's unbelievable.
It is,
It's
and you
amazing.
I don't know how all of the Today Show anchors are just getting on every morning and just they look
Yeah.
like zombies at this point because they're very close as a group. They've all gone through it as a group with a lot of different tragedies over the last few years. And Hoda Kotb came back today. And Hoda's also supposed to be in Italy covering the Olympics. She's not there. Craig Melvin was supposed to be in Italy. He's not there. Savannah obviously had to drop out because she's in Arizona. There's a lot going on right there.
Yeah, that's terrible. It's weird to me that a kidnapper would not have done something by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the longer you hold somebody, probably the more likely you are to be found out, unless they've already killed her.
Right.
Or
Right.
she died because she didn't have her medication. So now it's a murder thing.
Or are they circling a family member and this is just,
Yeah.
are they? I mean, that's the only thing I can think of at this point. They're circling a family member because otherwise they have no clue who it is. That seems crazy to me. They have like no leads, nothing.
That's really
I have a
weird.
question. I got a question for you guys about that because I get pissed off at people, and there are some people I'd still like to punch right in the face, but I never, even with all that going on around me and all of this and all the people hauled off and, murdered next door and they killed the family, I had no desire to kill anyone. I didn't develop that. Well, I should go kill somebody. Half my family's been murdered, so, why don't I go? I was like, what the hell is... I don't get it. I don't understand murdering somebody. I really don't.
Well, it's why you don't do it.
That's why I don't murder people.
Thank you for that. Thank you for
Really?
that.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing.
It's
It makes you so sad. The whole thing is very, very sad.
Yeah, it is incredibly sad. And, people are like, why is this such a national, news story? But I think, like, first of all, who does kidnap an 84-year-old woman?
Right.
Who has the motive to do it? Especially if it's not a family member, because we've all watched enough Dateline. It's usually someone very close to the person. But if it is not a family member, what motive do they have to kidnap Nancy Guthrie?
Yeah.
Does it relate to Savannah Guthrie being a journalist? And I think also... Even though it just speaks to what news used to be, a lot of us don't watch morning shows anymore, but Savannah Guthrie's been on there several decades. When you were watching morning shows, they were a part of your daily routine, like getting the kids off to school, and you have Today playing in the background and that type of thing. Or it's Good Morning America, or it was, CBS This Morning, but it really does speak about what some of these news personalities used to play in our lives. And I think that's why people are paying attention.
Well, do you think that we're almost at the point where news reporters have become a complete waste of time because you can get all the information on your own?
That's how a lot of people think about it now. Like, especially
I know they
younger
do.
kids, like Gen Z and younger, they're like, why would I ever listen to a journalist or the news? I can get the news from wherever I want to.
Yeah.
But that's where we're seeing the rise of independent journalism. They're actually, like an Aaron Parnas, Don Lemon. I mean, these people, they're losing their big contracts on, network TV, but they're finding and carving a path on TikTok and doing things that, because they don't have the parameters of, the network, where the network's going to be like, no, we can't report on that because we need to have our White House credentials. There's good and bad towards this independent journalism. So I'm not saying that this is like the perfect solution. But what I am saying is we're going to see more and more of that happen. And Don even said, he's like, within a year or two, I will eclipse my CNN salary.
Wow.
Which
from
is
prison,
amazing.
Really?
He won't be in prison.
Probably
should
not.
be.
He's not going to go to prison. There's no
He's
way.
not going to go in prison. Again, it's going to be a First Amendment right fight. And again, any journalist, I don't care what they're doing, we can't have the First Amendment be squashed.
Well,
at this
is
point.
TikTok journalism, isn't that how this whole like daycare scandal thing started with that Nick Spaghetti
Shirley.
or whatever? Yeah,
Nick Shirley.
whatever
Yes.
his name
Nick
is.
Spaghetti. Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, he went in.
Well, yeah.
He went in with a camera and he was like, "This is what I'm documenting," and then everyone started freaking out, and now here
Well,
we are.
In Minnesota, the mainstream media did cover it, but they never followed up with
No.
anything. They never followed up. Why are autism centers 3,000% growth in 5 years?
Yep.
And it's interesting because a real daycare center, especially for autistic kids, they are monitored like crazy. I mean, they are monitored.
they
They
are.
go in
Yep.
and they look at their records, and if somebody has billed for an extra 15 minutes, they get, flagged, and you can't. Oh, they had chapstick on their desk. One time, an autistic kid took chapstick and shoved it up his nose and had to go to the hospital. So no chapstick on the desk. I mean, they are in there checking every tiny little thing, but these fake autistic daycare centers, nobody even looked at it.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that mainstream media couldn't go and do what Nick Shirley did is insane.
And that's why I'm saying independent journalism is going to wind up being the key to how we get actual information, because the networks are not going to do it. And, there are some dangers in independent journalism. I think Durf is saying right there, like, independent reports will have to speak the truth or be sued. That's true. They're going to have to, they are going to have to be, their liability insurance, their policy is going to have to be in the millions if you're going to actually go out there and do that. But for people who actually want to go and tell real stories again, that's going to be the way to do it.
Well, yeah, you're hogtied working for the mainstream media, depending on who owns your outlet. I mean, they're going to tell you,
100%.
do you want to be a propagandist or do you want to actually report?
And it's happening in entertainment media as well, because they're owned by people aligned with politics on both parties. And that is where it's even leaning in towards entertainment journalism. It's frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all of it is. There's no question. What the hell happened to the world? Why is everybody so off the deep? Because there's so many more people now than there used to be.
Well, yeah, there is. 8 billion people. When you were a kid, when in the
2, I think.
What was 1970 world population? Let's see here.
Probably 3, I would guess.
3.7. So not even half of what it is now. So
wow,
twice as many crazy people statistically.
And
that's a good way to put it.
The disruption of tech. And I think that is the thing that I always go back to every single time. Tech has disrupted so for all of the conveniences it has given us a lot of disruption. And that's in our personal lives, that's in journalism, that's in politics, the social media aspect of it, having a device on hand at all times so I can yell into a void on the internet if I want to. It's crazy.
Yeah, I talked about doing the archives of the show. So several years ago, in order to get those archives, I programmed a scraper in Python myself. Coding by hand the old days, and it took me a few hours to make it, and it worked and was just fine. Yesterday, I just had AI make me a scraper. It took 5 minutes, and that's how I scraped the archives yesterday. And that was, we're talking about a 5-year difference from coding everything by hand to you can have AI generate you hundreds of lines of code in a minute. And you still have to know what you're doing. You still have to read through it and know that it's going to work and that sort of thing, because you cannot just trust AI code. And a lot of people do, and a lot of people get into real trouble doing that. So,
oh, really?
Never do that. If you think you can vibe code without knowing how to code, you cannot. But it's still...
I don't even know what vibe code or scraping
Vibe coding, that's what they call it. Vibe coding is like...
Very unlikely I'm going to ever do anything.
If I went to ChatGPT and I said, make me a program that does this, and it'll do it. And they call it vibe coding. But what a lot of...
that sounds like to me? Wah, 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 with the Peanuts teacher. Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, peanuts. I love peanuts.
I like the word vibe.
Too. Words that make no sense for 1,000. Alex.
Well, yeah, it doesn't make any sense because it's not coding. And why is there vibe? It doesn't even make any sense.
I know,
it's
vibe.
a dumb name.
I love the vibe.
Yeah, but that's what they call it. That's what they call it because everything is vibe now.
All right, now you just reminded me of something. I hope Andy and Alex do remember this. Remember when we took you to the Charlie Brown house in St. Paul?
The Charlie Brown house. Oh, you mean
Charles Schultz?
Charles Schultz?
Charles Schultz, yeah.
Oh, no.
Remember when Charles Schultz came to town and his relatives after it came to town, and the guy who bought the house that Charles Schultz grew up in and painted all these things on the walls with his characters, they're still there.
Huh.
The guy never covered them up.
Well, good.
Right over in
I
St.
hope
Paul.
not.
It's a great place to go in. Because you see all the, things like the kid going, wah, 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 that kind of stuff.
Sometimes when...
Okay, yeah, Alex.
Sometimes when Sage falls over, he makes the, Charlie Brown, sound.
Yeah.
And then either Fawn or I say, of all the Charlie Browns in the world, you're the Charlie Browniest.
Browniest, yep.
Oh, see, I love that Charlie Brown still exists. I don't feel like it exists in the
yes.
zeitgeist as much as it used to, but it really should.
Yep.
And I always joke to my husband when I'm upset or something, I'm like, this is all you hear is me going wah wah wah. That's it. He's not listening. He's like,
Wah, 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 wah,
Fawn
wah.
said that to me the other day. I was talking to her about something, and she's like, you know what that sounds like? Wah, 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 wah. I'm like,
Yeah. Well, that's the whole situation right there. What do you got coming up for the weekend, Kristen Burt?
I am doing Olympics. I am doing Super Bowl. All that good stuff. I mean, and listen, if you guys do not want to watch Bad Bunny, there is so much alternative programming for that halftime show. There is the Kitten Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Kitten Bowl!
And the Puppy Bowl,
Kitten
right?
Bowl. That's on Fubu. You've got the Puppy Bowl.
Yeah.
The Puppy Bowl's before on Discovery, right?
Is it? I thought it was at the same time.
No,
I believe
it's
it's at
before.
half.
That was
Time.
before, wasn't it? I thought it was before.
Puppy Bowl 2026.
Puppy
2 p.m.
Bowl. We
Eastern.
watched the Puppy
So
Bowl.
when's the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl's later.
Sunday.
6:30.
It's 3:15 West Coast time, so 6:15 Eastern time.
Oh, so the Puppy Bowl's well before
So
the
it's,
Super Bowl
it's
then.
before.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the
during
Puppy Bowl's on DirecTV.
Oh, DirecTV.
Kitten Bowl's on Fubo, and that's at noon.
Right.
And of course, you have Kid Rock
Rock,
playing an alternative
Yep.
one where he's going to sing about how he loves underage girls.
Is he actually
So-
going to sing
What?
that song?
That's one of his lyrics.
He's not
in one
going
of
to
his
sing the
songs.
song, though.
Ish.
Oh, he won't sing the song. He
No.
can't. It will be, it's
Yeah.
Yeah, he. For those who don't know what we're talking
Yeah,
about, I
what?
know what Kristen's
I have
talking
no
about.
idea what you're talking about.
So, do you remember a movie called Osmosis Jones?
I
I
do.
don't,
Or-
but when I hear the word osmosis, I think Osmosis Jones.
Yeah, it's a movie about like a guy eats some bad food and then he takes a pill and then it's like the adventures of this pill. Mm-hmm. It's like like going into the body and they have to fight the germs and all that stuff.
Osmosis process.
And they had Kid Rock write a song for the villain of the movie, who I don't remember anything about the movie, to be honest. But there's a villain and he has a theme song, and Kid Rock wrote that theme song. And one of the lyrics is something like, I like them underage. They call it statutory, but I say it's mandatory.
Oh.
Oh, God.
And this isn't a
ish.
kid's movie, which is a lot of very
Jesus.
questionable decisions went into that.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Osmosis
And I'm like, and it's
Jones.
such a, like even that just being brought up at a time where everyone's sifting through 3
Yeah.
million pages of Epstein files, which, man, if anyone has the brain power to go through that stuff is dark. It's dark.
Now, how do we know how much of that is true?
Oh, some of it, there are certain pages that are saying like, hey, these are tips sent into the FBI that of course
Oh,
have to be
okay.
corroborated. However,
right.
there are plenty of email exchanges back and forth between Epstein and a lot of his famous friends that are not great, especially if your name is
Really?
Deepak Chopra. Deepak
Yeah.
Chopra.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
I
And
know.
gross. Talking about like
Yes.
young girls in a very unsavory way,
Yeah.
Well.
disgusting
Really?
criminal way.
Yes,
Yes.
I know. I went and
Deepak
saw him
Chopra.
once.
Yeah, well, I think I
took
went
Andy.
with you.
Ask for your
Yes.
money back, Catherine. You deserve
I know,
it.
at the University of Minnesota.
This was like 20 years ago, though, I think.
Alex, I remember you were all about Pizzagate. It turns out Pizzagate's real.
I am all about pizza. I love a conspiracy theory.
I mean, no, it's not a conspiracy
I know,
theory.
but
It's
like,
all
I-
real.
yeah,
it's
but like-
all flippin' real.
It used to be a conspiracy theory, and now I'm
And now
like,
it's a conspiracy fact.
It's a
And remember that weird Wayfair, like kids are being sent
Yes!
in
Yeah.
furniture thing? It's actually, it was like code for actually, the kids were the furniture. Do you know what I mean? They weren't in the furniture. The kids
Yeah.
they were using Wayfair as their like umbrella.
Yeah, they would have like listings for
like
it
pizza.
would be a listing for ostensibly like an armoire, and it was called like Veronica, and it was like $25,000, and people were like,
Kid.
Oh my God.
No,
These
it is
people are
so-
sick beyond belief.
And here's the thing, like some people are losing their jobs right now, yay, but there's no
Yay.
criminal activity.
People need to go to jail.
I
They
know.
have to go to
Lithuania
jail.
is starting it. Like I think we're gonna have to actually rely on other countries to get it started before we like even.
Yeah, all these
Lithuania.
judges, lawyers, CEOs, they're all stepping down all of a sudden. It's like, oh, interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, how's Bill Gates
Coincidentally.
doing?
Yeah, Bill Gates.
Bill Gates,
gross,
man.
gross,
And
gross,
I
gross,
love his
gross.
ex-wife. I love Melinda for being like, he's got a lot to say. Ask him. It's not my burden. Not you
Yep,
know.
There you
absolutely.
go.
And
Yeah.
But
absolutely,
if she knew anything, she should say what it is.
she it caused their divorce. I don't know how much she actually knew. I think she thought that he cheated on her. I don't necessarily think she knew that he was involved with more. He was cheating on her with multiple women, and that is fact, and that was within the Microsoft universe as well. So
I miss the
she's
days
talked on
when
record.
people said Bill Gates, and you think of a lanky nerd who can jump over a chair.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's go back to the simpler
Alex,
times.
your high school that you went to, the Performing Arts High School, that was funded by the Gates Foundation.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
was.
and it's kind of crazy. Like the worst offenders, it seems to be, the ones mentioned the most, seem to be two current and former presidents. That's the worst part of it all.
Yeah, I know. I just don't understand it. It's both. See that I just stay away from it completely because it's in both political parties. They're both that had a president that took a part of this. I haven't read into it, so I don't know how much of this stuff is even true. How do you find out if any? Well, I know some of it's true, but how much is true and how much is made up? How do you figure that out?
The most amazing thing to me is that they spent all of this time getting all of these documents, and
Yeah.
still nobody's in jail except
Right.
for
Right.
two people.
Except for Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
people should be madder about this because
Yep.
my thought is, people never believe women. Women come forward about sexual assault all the time. The women have come forward. Now you've got emails with all of these names, and people are like, well, we should move on from this. We should not move on from this.
No,
because
we should
This
not.
is a global situation, and I feel like if it takes other countries to start taking this all down, then so be it. But we got to start somewhere and give justice to the survivors.
Okay, a question I do have because I once I even see that I just run the other way because it disgusts me. Because I had two sisters growing up, and if somebody had done that to them, they wouldn't be alive anymore. I will be honest with you.
Yeah.
I would have killed somebody that did that to my sisters. There's no question about that. What is the great thrill? You're already very rich. You're already very powerful. What are you getting from having sex with an underage girl? What is that?
More power.
It's
Yes.
and
It's not really power,
It's
though.
a sick power.
well, yeah, it's like
it's a sick power. There were children getting pregnant. There were children getting abortions. It is documented in all of those emails. It is horrific.
Yeah.
I don't even, and it's not even a political issue. I don't even want anyone to say, oh, but blah blah. Nope. It is a disgusting, weird billionaire
Club.
club. Exactly. It's not politics.
So it is all about the money, isn't it? How rich you had to be to get in the club.
And how certain people were like just dying to get in the club, like, and it was
Yeah.
weird and cliquey. It's very, very dark. That's all I can say. It's dark,
It really
Yeah.
is.
and you see the worst of humanity in those emails.
It is pretty amazing. Well, you have another 2 days that you can't see us or talk to us. I know it's going to be tough.
All right. Well, someone has to go and watch Kid Rock because I'm not going to watch him. I'm going to watch Bad Bunny. So I'll give you the rundown on that.
How about if I watched neither because I couldn't care less about
Yeah.
halftime
There
shows.
you
also
go.
nice.
I couldn't
say,
care
go for a
less
walk.
about
Signaling
halftime.
is
Or walk
apathy.
outside.
Yeah, I don't know.
There you go. But
What-
if anyone wants to watch alternative programming, you've got the Olympics going on. There's plenty
Yeah,
to
that's
watch.
true.
A
Yeah.
lot of good feel-good stories.
Yep.
And figure skating starts today. Do you watch figure skating, Alex?
I watch everything because my husband is completely obsessed with the Winter Olympics, and if there's any I'll find him downstairs watching curling, bobsledding, all the time. He's just always watching all the stuff. So yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The team competition starts today for figure skating, so I'm
But
excited.
I know that our team is very good, and everybody's very excited about it. So yeah, I love figure skating. One of my best friends used to be a figure skater, and so she is telling me all the stuff about the figure skating.
We have so many good figure skaters. It
I'm
feels
excited.
like the 90s again, which is awesome.
That is
Oh,
fun.
there you go.
Hopefully nobody gets their leg broken.
What is that? We're not done yet. Rick. We're just going to a break. Oh, did somebody say goodbye or something?
Yep.
Oh.
Rick said, have a great weekend, team.
No, we're not going anywhere. Cutting
Oh.
it short. Program.
Kristen
figure
is.
skating.
That's
Kristen
it.
is
He
going
had to go.
somewhere.
I'm leaving.
Yes,
Okay.
Kristen has to leave because she's got 85 jobs. That's why.
And you've got Tim Lammers coming in, so
Yep,
We do
sure do.
indeed.
kick
All
me
right.
out, bring him in.
Talk to you on Monday.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Kristen Bird Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. We shall take a break. Be right back. Timmy Lammers joins us right after this.
From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Allie?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands-free, but you can't have your phone in your hands for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget, and now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
And of course, that would be North American Banking Company and Bilski. When it comes to banking, it's all about trust, and that's what you get with them. They've been around since 1998. They've always made it clear they're here to give you a better banking experience with a focus on the local community, and you won't be dealing with some AI chatbot. You'll get straight answers and quick decisions from real people that know you and your situation and are always ready to help. So if you're tired of the big national banks, want something better, stop by and see my friends at North American Banking Company. Visit nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Tim, I heard you were out practicing your curling skills.
I was, but you know what? It's so awful that it's warming up, so the ice is melting, so I can't.
It is awful.
Has anybody ever done curling? Why is that an Olympic sport?
Good question.
I mean, I'm sure it's harder than it looks. I'm sure it is.
Oh yes, I'm sure it is. With the broom, it's the broom guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that was Ireland and England came up with that.
Where did curling originate? Let's see.
I think curling started in England.
I feel like it's a Canada thing.
We have a big curling
Scotland
club in
Scotland. Okay, yeah, there you go, Scotland.
There's a big curling club in St. Paul.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's a great building, actually, that old curling building.
But it's got to be a stone from the Isle of Man, or I don't know.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's like a weird, and they have the weird shoes.
It is something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it just, it doesn't seem, it seems like it's hard, but it doesn't seem like you have to be super athletic to do it.
Yeah, I think it's mostly about like timing.
Yeah, it is timing.
And dexterity.
It's fun. I used to do that once in a while.
What?
I was trying to think of
You went curling.
Yeah.
You.
Absolutely.
On
Ice. Surprises.
With a broom.
I didn't have the broom. I just had
The teapot.
the teapot looking thing, whatever that is.
Yeah.
That's not easy to do, by the way, because you're too fast.
I'm sure
you're
it's
too fast.
not.
No,
No,
it's
no.
not.
People
Absolutely.
can make fun of it all they want, man, but I'm sure that. Well, look, it's an Olympic sport, so.
No, yep.
Tiger
it is.
Carver says curling is like bowling, and it's an excuse to drink and say you're doing a sport. That sounds like the Scottish.
Sounds like Scotland, all right.
Oh!
Look, if you can win a medal doing it and get endorsements
Yes.
doing it, hell yeah.
No,
That's
it's all
all I-
true.
So I
That's
have
all
to tell you
true.
quickly, this is exciting because another partial getting the band back together sort of deal. Obviously been on with you, Tommy, but I started a new radio show this morning. A guy named Johnny Rock.
Oh, you up in St. Cloud?
Yeah. I was on
Johnny.
another station there. That contract
Oh,
had
okay.
ended. So Mike, my wonderful sponsor here, is sponsoring me on Rockin' 101 with Johnny Rock.
Rockin' 101 with Johnny Rock.
Pretty crazy. And
Nice.
we talk about the old station a little bit, just a little bit. But
Well,
obviously,
it's,
it's that old station that brought us all together, man. So
It
I'm
is.
forever grateful
Yep.
for them.
It absolutely is. What I'm trying to do now is put together about, $50, $60 so I can buy a radio station.
There you go.
Yeah.
Those things are not going for much money anymore, man.
Really? Yeah,
Somebody
I would imagine.
Well,
I mean, you
and-
got everything right here with podcasts, and you have
Andy-
to have an online connection.
Andy, would you look this up for me? There are 4 of the biggest radio stations in America in San Francisco. All 4 of them did very, very well. And if you look up what they just sold for a couple of months ago, because I saw the number, I wonder if they're reporting the real number, what all 4 radio stations sold for. And these are very, very high-rated radio stations. What do you got, Andy?
Nothing at the moment, considering it's.
Oh, you
been-
got nothing? Okay, well, it's not a big deal because I can tell you what they sold it for. 4 very highly rated radio stations in San Francisco, the number 4 market, I think it is, in America. I think it's New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, and then San
I think
Francisco.
Houston's 4,
Oh, Houston's 4, so okay, so 5.
so maybe 5, but still, yeah, up there.
4 radio stations, San Francisco, sold for $10 million. Just a little over $2 million apiece. Those things in the old days were worth hundreds of millions of dollars. God, it's just
Yep.
the world has changed. It's
Well, I'll tell
changed
you what's
a
going
lot.
away even faster, and it's been this way for a long time, is a newspaper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's sad. I
When
mean, it's
yeah.
really sad.
when hedge funds started buying up all the media, that
Yep.
was that was the death of it.
It was.
Yeah, half of it's foreign owned at this point. It's like, why is it even allowed?
No, I agree. I
Money,
agree
money,
with
money, 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 money.
Well,
More
and then
money.
equally broadcast television. It's interesting because when we get ratings now, we get it. Nielsen has taken a time. It takes a longer time to figure out the streaming ratings.
you. Right.
But generally, if a show issues a press release to say, yeah, it got blah, 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 platform viewers, the lowest amount of people watching is on broadcast television or cable. Cable,
Oh,
too.
cable,
what the
yeah,
hell happened to
cable.
cable? Yeah, so your streaming numbers are like through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And then just a minuscule number is actual broadcast
Yep.
television. Now that'll be different, obviously, for the Super Bowl. But look at the Oscars. The Oscars
Yep.
in how many years? Maybe 2029. They're going to YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep.
Skipping
Yep.
The
They are.
network.
Yep.
Well, the Grammys lost 1 million viewers this year.
I don't doubt it. Who
1 million less
cares? No one
people
cares.
watched the Grammys.
People care.
Well,
I don't
it's just
know.
it's surprising to me how they see the death bell tolling and they just keep doing the same thing. And
Yep.
it's like instead of let's try something new and get more people interested in this and stop pushing our agendas on everybody, they just refuse. And then when it goes away, they're like, oh, that's just terrible. Wonder what just happened.
Who could have seen this
Ricky
coming?
Gervais put out a message that he had his text from the Golden Globes, and in the tweet or whatever he says they're still not listening. It's like
No.
no
Yeah.
one cares. Yeah. So I was working during that, covering it, to some capacity. So I everything is just kind of goes right over my head. I don't know what they say even. You pay attention to who wins, and that's about it. So it got pretty political then, huh?
Oh,
I
everything
guess.
does.
Well, there was the
Yes,
Billie
everything
Eilish one.
was.
That's a pretty famous one that's going to drive tons of people away from the next Oscars. No one's going to watch
Oh
it.
boy, she stepped in it.
Yeah, she sure did.
What'd she do?
She sure did.
She said that
Oh,
no
she-
one's
yeah.
illegal on stolen land and blah, 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 et cetera,
And
et
then
cetera.
only to find out that her $14 million mansion is on tribal
Stolen
land.
Yeah.
Tribal land.
Whoops.
So now there's a bunch of lawyers that are like, we
Whoops.
will happily start trying to repossess the land for I don't remember the name of the tribe. I'm sorry.
Tonga
Started with a
or something
T.
like that?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
A tribe I've never heard of because the tribe did confirm that was ancestral land, and she's got a $14 million mansion on it.
She
So they're
literally just
like, give
called.
it back.
She literally just called it stolen land. She said, "I stole this land," basically, and that's legally not
did.
a very smart thing to do.
No. Yeah, she's really stepped into it.
And then, of course, there was a bunch of other people who went on stage and said, ICE kidnapping, blah blah blah. It was all very
Oh,
just
this
like
happened at the Oscars?
not the Grammys.
No,
Grammys,
the
I mean.
Yes.
Grammys,
It was
yeah.
like, put a Twitter feed on stage. There you go. There's your Grammys. It's no one cared except to make fun of it. And next year, even fewer people are going to care, and they're going to do the same thing. And it's just the Grammys might not be around in 10 years, to be honest.
Oh, they'll probably be
I
on
think you're right.
TikTok next or something. They'll just
Honestly, they might be.
carve it up.
I don't care what side of the aisle the argument is on. I listen to music. I watch films to get away from all of that. I don't need to hear more of it.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I just have never gotten about this whole preachiness. And again, you could be preaching for the right or left. I don't care. I don't want any of it.
Well,
I agree.
they get a lot of pressure to speak because it's like, you have a voice, so you
Yep.
have to do this or else you're a bad person.
Well, at the same time, though, like the producers of the Oscars at one point, I remember they said, no political deals. And Tim Robbins and Susan Sarandon came on and said something, knowing that they were falling on a sword.
Right.
And they were not on for a long time.
Yeah, they played them
that.
off, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think they
And,
just.
and you know what? That's why a guy like Conan is good, because Conan, he just came out with it recently. He doesn't want to get political. So, at least
Good.
you have that. So, it just, yeah. Anyway, so the reason that they have those awards, and this is not a movie that would get nominated anyway, but yes, indeed, today we have another Dracula.
Oh my
Another
word,
one?
We needed
another
more.
Oh my
Dracula.
God.
We didn't have enough.
We didn't.
We need more.
It just, and so needless to say, I was not. I love monster movies. I love them. Like Frankenstein's shirt, hat.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I'm all in.
But
Luc Besson directed it, and I know he's a good filmmaker. I mean, obviously, people say, "Well, The Professional," and it's kind of a sad sign in a bio thing or a little description of the movie when they refer to The Fifth Element, which was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
But he did a movie called Lucy with Scarlett Johansson, which was terrific. I mean, so the guy is really still a good filmmaker. And the great part about having low expectations for a movie like even Dracula is that you're in for pleasant surprises.
Oh.
And I was very pleasantly surprised with this. The interesting thing about movies like Dracula or Frankenstein or any of these remakes is they always kind of it's within a framework, right? It's in between all that, though, they give their own spin to it. And when they adapt it to the way they want to adapt it. So you see different things, different interpretations of things that you didn't get with the previous version. So the coolest thing for me, and this is just really a smaller part of the movie, is, he doesn't have a Renfield. Instead, his minions are gargoyles that, because Dracula's castle has those gargoyles. They're these concrete gargoyles. They come to life and they are his minions. The CGI is kind of cheesy, and I admit that, but I thought, well, you know what? That's a creative way of doing things. So I don't mind that at all. I want to see, if you're going to do Dracula again, do it differently. And he does it different enough. Again, the basic framework is there. And he just makes it entertaining. Again, it is really what all I want from this. So if you're going to compare it to a previous version, I would say Francis Ford Coppola's version, where Vlad the Impaler was,
Right.
They went back to the 1400s, and Gary Oldman and Caleb Landry Jones, who is a very recognizable actor to people. He's really good, but you can't help but think when you see that pale, white-faced, crusty Dracula version, you think of Gary Oldman's version of it.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
And it's that in itself is classic. I mean, I'm Bella all the way when it comes to naming my number one, but Christopher Lee is too. But I tell you, Gary Oldman, I mean, so he's like another gold standard version of Dracula. And this guy doesn't come close, but he's still good. And again, just so I'm not looking at my phone now or my watch or whatever to say, Jesus Christ, when is this going to get over? 2 hours and 9 minutes.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yuck.
So, but again, it almost felt like, God, they're really cutting out a lot of like characters or renaming characters. It really the story was going along, and you obviously know how it's going to end. It's just like, this is going on really fast. So, yeah, it's weird. It's bizarre. There are some weird choices that Luc Besson makes that is like, what was this guy smoking?
Does anybody say, I've come to suck your blood?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You get a lot of that. But oddly enough, what you do not get is he's not a vampire bat at all. You never see him in the form of a bat. You don't get bats. You get a situation where you see a wolf, because Dracula can shapeshift into a wolf as well. And there's just a tiny bit of that in there. But no, mostly it's, I want to reunite with my Mina. It's been 400 years. that kind of thing.
I mean, if you could turn
Right.
into a bat
But
and a
again-
wolf, why would you spend any time as a bat?
Good question.
Oh,
Unless you
no.
gotta fly away
I
I guess you
sometimes.
could fly,
Easier
yeah.
transport, maybe.
Yeah, I guess.
faster.
Well, but bats aren't exactly fast flyers. It's not like a hawk. You're not going 40 miles an hour in the air. You're flapping around like an idiot. So it's
You
like,
can get out of there faster.
I guess if
think.
you want to get to like the second floor of your house, but I don't know, you don't want to go up the stairs.
Harder to hunt a bat than a wolf.
Well, as they say, flying is the safest means of travel. And if you're a wolf, you can get shot, or
That's
you
true.
can get an arrow through you,
Yeah.
or whatever. So yeah, there you go.
But he
It's
can
all
also.
true. I got to read this very quickly. Tim just did a great impression of my wife on date night.
Well,
What?
then.
What? What does that mean?
Great question.
You
we
don't
want, we want details. I
think when he said, "When is this over?"
That could be.
I feel like what was that series about Dracula?
I don't know if
Yeah.
we're talking about the same one, but there's a three-part miniseries on Netflix, a version of that is really, really good.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And yeah, and it's obviously about Dracula, but it takes place in each episode, which is about 2 hours apiece, takes place in different centuries, and it's about Van Helsing as much as it is Dracula.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, just look it up on Netflix, Dracula 2020, 2021. I remember watching it during the pandemic. An actor named Claes, Claes Bang. Maybe he is French. I don't know. He's terrific as Dracula. And he's also in the next movie that I am definitely going to recommend on Prime Video. Just came out last week, actually. The Wrecking Crew with Dave Bautista.
Yeah, someone in the chat mentioned that.
And Jason Momoa. My God, is that a fun movie? And funny as hell.
Is it?
God, is it funny?
Was it called?
It's called The Wrecking Crew.
Wrecking Crew. Okay.
Yeah. So
Excellent.
they're estranged brothers, and you might have noticed those guys are kind of put together. I mean,
Yeah.
holy God.
No, what I was thinking of was Twilight, and that's why we have so many
Twilight
Dracula
is-
things, because it was so popular and
Yeah.
it made so
Yep.
much.
It did
money.
really
I
bring
think
vampires into the
Yeah.
public eye
It
again.
really did.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's what started this whole thing,
The
right?
popularity of it kind of made it a tired genre.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Because there were like 4 of them, I think. They split the
think
last
so.
one 5. They split the last book into 2.
Well, before Twilight, vampires were not a romantic concept. They were gross monsters who wanted to kill you. And then along came Twilight, and it was like, oh, actually,
They're
vampires are cool young adults that go to parties and sparkle. And everyone was like, oh, I like
Yeah,
vampires
and
now.
that was the biggest criticism of that whole thing is Robert Pattinson. He walks out into the sunlight.
Yep.
And he's got little sparklies all over.
I know, he's supposed to
Glitter
disintegrate.
bombed. It was a
Nice.
glitter bomb.
Glitters instead.
He was glitter
Yes.
bombed in that. That's a good
Yeah.
observation. Yes.
All right, we got to take a quick break. Be right back more with Timmy right after this. I'll wait for you to put up the video. And there it is right there. Good job, Andrew. I love that view.
you.
That's a great view. There's a cruise that I've been hearing about from my friends at Heart of the North Tours. It sounds amazing to me. It's the Alaska Cruise Tour. What is a cruise tour? Well, it's a tour that features a cruise that includes a 7-day Princess Cruise tour of the glaciers. See, Catherine, we got to get going on this thing, don't you think?
Got to get going on it.
We do. Combined with glass-topped railway experience and multiple nights at the Denali Wilderness Lodge, that'd be another thrill. Denali's wonderful. Land meal package, a whole deal. You'll visit Denali National Park, Whittier, Hubbard Glacier, Glacier Bay National Park. Stop at Anchorage, Juneau, Skagway, and Ketchikan. For more information, go to heartofthenorthtour.com or call 833-424-2700 to speak to our pal Mike, who is a pro at arranging these amazing tours. It all happens August 8th through the 19th, and there are limited spots available, so book now. It's the trip of a lifetime, and you won't want to miss it. Yeah, we gotta get on that tour, I think. Yeah, go. That's a good deal anyway. They're like the second and third week in August. Great time to travel.
Yep,
I
you
see
don't
in
want to
the-
go.
Call 'em.
I see in the chat somebody brought up Anne Rice's vampire novels, and
Oh,
I will
yeah.
say the Interview with the Vampire, which has since become a series, which I haven't seen, but the movie with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt and a very young Kirsten Dunst, creepy as all hell.
Oh, I don't
It was
remember
a
that.
really good movie.
He was basically like a psychopath in that, right?
Lestat,
Yeah.
yeah, it was creepy. I mean, it was decades ago now. It was in the 90s
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you know what? And so, like, in comparison to like the new Dracula, maybe a couple things were creepy. You know, I don't know. It really kind of played up, honestly, as gory and bloody as it is, the romantic angle of it. Again, maybe picking up on that whole, maybe they're going for the Twilight demo or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's a great movie if you haven't ever seen Interview with the Vampire.
I don't think I have.
Tom Cruise being a vampire.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I guess maybe that's maybe what made me not want to see it because it doesn't.
Well,
It just doesn't track
Yeah.
for me. I don't know why.
It doesn't really.
Yeah, well, you know, Tom Cruise, I mean, obviously he just became solely an action star.
Mm-hmm.
And I really do think that he is a terrific actor. And I was listening to Kristen and you guys talk about the Epstein weirdness, and I just have I have a lot to catch up on with that. But this whole billionaires weirdness going on, I thought of the movie Eyes Wide Shut
oh yeah,
with Tom Cruise
absolutely.
and Stanley. The very, you know, Stanley Kubrick he died, I think, in the middle of that. Is that the one that he died, or it was something
think
else?
so.
And Spielberg finished it for him. Maybe not. Maybe it was a different movie.
It was
AI.
Eyes Wide Shut, yes. He died shortly
was
after
Eyes Wide Shut.
completing the
Did he die
final
in the middle of it?
cut, yes.
But if you've seen that movie, it's like the whole secret society thing and
Yeah.
all that kind of weird stuff going on, man. Is there something new now with names or something? Because I thought basically everybody was redacted.
No, not everybody's redacted. There's a lot of people that are stepping down, judges, lawyers, CEOs,
my
all
God.
over the
my
world.
God.
All over the world are stepping down, and it's very interesting. I mean, there's like I guess there's cannibalism in there.
Oh, for
there's
God's
weird group.
sake.
Yeah,
In where?
They're in these documents.
Cannibalism.
What
Yes,
Documents?
there's that they in
The
the
Epstein thing.
Epstein files.
Oh God.
Holy God.
Yeah, that these people were beyond. I mean, the worst things you've ever heard about anybody doing anything, they were doing it.
What the hell is wrong with people?
And people need to start getting arrested, and I don't care how much money they have.
Well, yeah. They got to call people out in the carpet. I know they do, and then I know a former president actually refused to testify. Now it's going to be a closed door deposition or something.
Yeah, and
So-
I don't know. If Trump was on the whole Trump thing, all the evidence so far that I have read and that people are putting out left and right are saying that he was never on the island. He never went there. There was an accusation from a 13-year-old girl a zillion years ago, and she said that she made the whole thing up. And there's a billionaire that's been very involved with Epstein, very, very, very involved with Epstein for a very long time. And he funded the whole, what's her face, Jean Carroll
Oh, yeah.
lawsuit against Trump. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is a very, very tight little society, and we're not in it, thank God.
Yeah.
But they are a bunch of frickin' sickos. And
Well, but you know there are the pictures with him and Epstein and
Epstein was at Mar-a-Lago. He was a member at Mar-a-Lago when he was indicted, and Trump helped with that. Trump kicked him out and never had anything to do with him again. Epstein and Gates and a couple of other people were obsessed with Get Trump. That's what a lot of the emails are saying. So all of this blaming Trump for being on the island, that is all misinformation. He never was there, and it is provable by these.
Oh, really? They can
Yes.
prove that he was never there.
Yes, but they keep on saying it because, once again, if you keep on saying something on social media, it's true, right?
Yeah. That's the sad thing about social media is that rumor becomes truth.
Absolutely.
Let me say this. I'll
there
tell you
is-
this very quickly.
ahead.
I want to say this. I have yet to meet, after a long, long life being around them, there are a couple of them I like, but I have no time for politicians anymore. I will not meet them. I won't hang out with them. They come on the show if they're going to run for governor or whatever. They're all more than welcome to talk about becoming governor or whatever they want to be. I just don't want to hang out with them anymore. They're just not my kind of people. They just aren't. As long as they can use you, they're your buddy. But the second they can't use you anymore, you don't ever hear another word from any of them. They're
No, there was
disgusting
somebody
people.
else I was going to bring up with the Epstein thing that I got to read the story. I mean, there's just so much stuff going on that I just haven't had time to read it. But somehow Woody Allen and Soon Yi are mixed up with him, and something about
Oh, really?
helping. So, Andy, if you could look that up, something about helping with their kid, or if it's soon. Well, they I'm sure they've had kids together. And with getting into a prestige school, is there something like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Whoopi Goldberg's on there. She had 23 emails with him asking for his private jet. This is all after he was already a
Holy
convicted
God.
pedophile.
Really?
Yes.
Apparently,
People did not stop networking with him after he was a convicted pedophile. They did not stop. And that, to me, is very telling of where you'll go to get power and money.
Apparently, Soon Yi emailed with Epstein a whole bunch and was defending people in that whole sphere. I don't know if Woody Allen had anything to do with it. Is Woody Allen still alive?
Oh yeah,
Okay, well,
he is.
yeah.
He's persona non grata with a lot of people, but I mean, maybe career dead. But
Yeah.
he's still alive.
Yeah,
that
no,
was a weird part about. Well, that was a weird part about living in New York City at 20th Street and Second Avenue. Pretty much every other day, Robert De Niro would be walking down the street. He'd never look at you or talk to you, but you'd walk by him a lot. And Woody Allen was going through. Who was he battling with when we were living in New York, Catherine?
I don't know. He's always been.
He's always
something.
battling somebody. I'll tell you that. But yeah, what a weirdo
Always
that
a
guy is.
micro irritant.
yeah, according,
Well, I will share a little. I've never shared the video. Hold on, Andy. I did find something about the help with college admission deal with Epstein and Woody Allen. When I interviewed De Niro, I've only interviewed him once. And I did get more out of him than Brad Blanks has ever gotten.
Oh, poor
What?
Brad.
I'll have to find the video. And I'm doing it. So it's me. And so this is how they do it. You get 4 minutes. They put him with a couple kids from the movie that he was in. It was a family movie. So, you can maybe get 1 or 2 questions in. So, okay, fine. But at the very beginning, he's like at the camera, he's going like this. And for people that are listening, it was like he was scratching his cheek with his middle finger aimed right at me.
Nice.
Oh, God.
And I'm thinking, because obviously on that other radio station that I was on with Tom, I made fun of Bobby a few times,
Yeah.
and maybe his people found out. And I'm not trying to claim to be a big shot that Bob De Niro's people are researching me, but it's kind of like, God, it really looks like he's giving me the finger.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about it. He's not a nice
here we
person.
go. 1/2017. This is from Variety, legit pub. 1/2017 exchange shows Previn, Soon Yi Previn,
Yep.
profusely thanking Epstein for helping daughter Bechet Allen gain admission to New York's Bard College.
God.
Interesting.
Thanks to a personal connection the billionaire had with school president Leon Botstein. Yeah, it's all
Botstein.
about helping each other out, isn't it?
Yep,
Oh, hey,
well-
you know what? Just donate a lot of money. We'll put your name on a building.
Well, yeah, I got an email correspondence between her and Epstein. Do you remember the whole Anthony Weiner thing?
Oh yeah.
He was
Yes.
texting a 15-year-old girl and that sort of thing,
Yep.
got in trouble for it. she was talking to Epstein about that. She said, "I thought it was disgusting what she did to Anthony. I hate women who take advantage of guys. She knew exactly what she was doing and how vulnerable he was." So she was blaming the 15-year-old for manipulating the adult man.
That's incredible.
Yep. So Soon-Yi apparently, I don't know, she was deep into this whole thing. These are according to the publications online, so don't blame me for reading what you see in the news.
Well, and again, Woody's had his share of, Soon-Yi.
Soon-Yi was, one of his scandals. So there you go.
Oh, God, it's just the network. And, it's interesting over the years, because I've been doing this now I'm in my 36th year. Over the years, people would say, "Oh, Tim, you got to move out to Los Angeles." Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm as close to living in a cave as I can be right now, and that's not enough. There's no way in hell I would go out to that.
No, I agree.
Oh my God, just the people, and I've kind of soured on. I still do interviews, but I don't do as many just because I'm just tired of it all.
Yeah, I understand that.
People say something, do something, and it's just kind of like, and I don't know, man. It's just, I got an interview coming up with Bruce Campbell this week. I love Bruce and Ted and Raimi as well. I'm going to talk with both of them for an independent film that Bruce did. But these are hardworking guys from Michigan. Okay, who made it on their own dime with The Evil Dead in 1981. God. Those are the people I admire, and those are the sorts of people. Ted had enough of LA. He moved back to Detroit.
Yeah.
Boy.
I don't know. Is Detroit better now? I don't know. When
Cost
I think
of living's
Detroit,
better.
I think of RoboCop.
Yep.
It all works out.
Some areas in Detroit are outside of Detroit are much better. Yes.
I've heard it's getting a lot better lately.
It is, yeah. Yep.
A bunch of tech bros moved out there. And
they did.
Well, didn't we talk about this last week? A lot are moving to Oregon, or is it that we knew already that a lot of West Coast folks were moving to Montana?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was another state that is starting to get a lot more residents.
Well, Oregon, California. I know is. Oregon definitely is.
Even Cheyenne, Wyoming, and all those areas
Is
that
that
you
it?
would never think anybody would want to move to.
Oh, that's nice.
Fawn has to do a state project for school, and she has Oregon. So I can tell you everything you could possibly need to know about Oregon in the next 2 months.
Trees, rain.
Yep.
Cold.
Very political, though. That's the one thing about it.
She's gonna know all about it.
Very political.
But then then Bruce Campbell got this years and years ago. Like when I first interviewed him in 1999, he was already in Oregon. He had had enough of LA.
Yep.
26 years ago. Now, I also read something that he was thinking about moving back to LA. It's like, Bruce, come on, man, what's wrong?
Yeah.
I'll find out. I'll find out where he is right now. But Sam Raimi stuck, I think, in LA. Sam stayed there. Interesting story that Sam Raimi told me way back in the day, 30 years ago this year. It was a Simple Plan that came out. He lived at one point, and they were all struggling nobodies in one house. Him, Joel and Ethan Coen, Frances McDormand, Holly Hunter, all lived in one house as struggling actors and filmmakers. And then when Holly left, Kathy Bates moved in. It's like, holy God,
Yep.
And so, wow, what a deal where you had all these people, they found each other somehow. And then they all went on to have great careers, which is pretty amazing. But again, some stick around LA, some don't. And I think Sam is still there. But other than that, other people that are connected to the Evil Dead, they got the hell out of Dodge. That's for sure.
Smart.
All right, Timmy, that's going to do it for today. So any closing words, sir?
No, I just, always fun. I'm just trying to think if I'm just debating on Super Bowl or not.
Yeah, I got no interest.
I'm rooting for Sam Darnold.
Yeah, well, a lot of people, Minnesotans are. Yeah, a lot of them are. All right, we will talk to you a week from today, Pally.
All righty. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
We'll take a break, be right back, wrap things up right after this. It's Tom for Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities. Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities are a place where your loved one will live with pride and dignity. If you care deeply about someone in your life, Wellshire is the place that I highly recommend. Wellshire's memory care focused facility has a full nursing team always staffed within the building 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They've never used or relied on any staffing agencies. Wellshire Medina now accepting elderly waivers after 12 months of private pay. I know them personally, and they're a family-owned local company, conveniently located right in Medina and Bloomington. They are the best staffed memory care facility in the state. Wellshire has a robust community with activities 7 days a week. If your loved one is in need of a memory care facility, please get in touch with my friends at Wellshire. Set up a tour or learn more at wellshiremn.com. That's WEALSHIREMN.com. Oh, we're rocking out.
We
All right, any
are.
closing words?
I have exciting basketball news if anybody cares.
Okay.
So the trade deadline was yesterday at noon, and so like a bunch of players got moved around. And we had traded my favorite player, and I was very upset about it. But he's one of our starting lineup, but he's older, and he's definitely this year like slowed down. His name is Mike Conley, but he's named the nicest man in basketball because out of his whole career, he's never had a technical foul, and he is just apparently like a wonderful human being. So he's my favorite player, and we just got him back.
Well, there you go.
Who's this now?
Mike Conley.
Mike
Mike
Conley.
Conley. Okay. All right.
Yep, we just got him back, so now he's back with the Timberwolves.
Darren Cotton says basketball sucks.
Darren, you suck.
Darren.
How about that?
Shatter
You
Alex's dreams.
I love our listeners so much.
Basketball
It wouldn't matter if you said, I do love God. God sucks.
I'm sorry, Darren. Do you watch football? Because
Yeah.
that's,
It's not doing so great.
come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's talking about the filming locations of various places in the chat now.
Oh, yeah.
Because Hollywood is kind of
is,
everyone's kind of migrating away from Hollywood, and they have been for a while actually.
Yep.
Tiffy mentioned Georgia, and I think Margaret did too. And remember you couldn't watch a TV show without that Georgia Peach card at the end of it. And that was because of like a massive tax incentive. I think they basically got to film for free in Georgia because they wanted people to go there.
I was going to say, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a bunch of Bravo TV shows and stuff had that.
A lot of TV shows filmed in Georgia. And then Righteous Gemstones was here in South Carolina, baby. Also Tiffy.
Oh.
So.
Oh, there you go.
Georgia was had some really good, leadership for a long time. I have a friend who had adopted a son in Georgia, and the state of Georgia did this fantastic thing where if you saved, I don't remember how much money it was, that the state of Georgia would match it if the child ended up going to college in Georgia and stayed in Georgia and worked for, I think it was only like 3 years. That's all you had to do is stay in Georgia and work for 3 years. And her son ended up being an engineer, and he's got a great career, and it saved them so much money because you didn't have to pay taxes on it, and there was all this matching stuff. It's like, why? I don't understand why more states don't do stuff like that. I know Georgia's a fairly high-tax state, but at least they're doing stuff that helps people with the money.
That sounds like a good tax incentive, I'd say.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll close with this, Andy. What does it say about the White House?
The Walter White House. That's the Breaking Bad. Walter White's the protagonist of Breaking Bad, and
Oh, okay.
It's an
It was
Albuquerque, New
listed at sale
Mexico.
at one time for $4 million. Now it's just reduced to $400,000.
What?
Big price cut.
it's probably because people keep bothering it. I think Charlie said before that they had to like rope it off or like they built a fence around it because people
there
kept
was,
going
like, a
up to the
whole
house.
Thing about it,
It's like, would you want to live in a house where a bunch of weirdos keep throwing pizza at it? I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But you lost $3.6 million on the sale? That's a lot of money.
Well, it was listed for sale. What did it actually sell for last time
Yeah,
it
that's
sold,
true.
though? Because
Yeah.
maybe they were just being pie in the sky. Oh, it's a fancy house. We can get $4 million
Yeah.
for it. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's a fence around it now. He says, I don't doubt it.
$400K is still high for a meth lab. There you go.
Well, they
He
didn't
never
make the
made
meth in the house.
He
Yeah, you
never
can buy
made
a
meth
mobile
in his
home
house.
and do that.
He didn't make it in his house. It
He
was
used his
always
RV.
in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right, that is going to do it. We'll talk to you all on Monday, correct?
I don't see why not. What is the
believe
next
so.
vacation-y thing?
President's Day is in 2 weeks. It's this
Yeah, but we
Monday
don't take President's Day off, do we?
My kids have school off and Dan has work off.
He does?
So there you go.
Huh. Oh, maybe
So we'll
President's
We'll
Day.
work it out one
We'll
way or
see.
another.
All right, then.
All right, talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Tom can move again.